It all makes sense now. Crazy just runs in the family. What is going on, folks? Welcome to the channel Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I thank you guys for all visiting my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view this content as well. Make sure you follow me on all the platforms you see above and below, and clicking this right here will allow my content to consistently be recommended to you, and it also pushes my content out in the algorithm of the YouTube world. Last but not least, make sure you check to see if you still are subscribed to the channel, because I know y'all get tired of me saying it, but I'm telling you it's imperative that you do it, because there's a good chance that you've been unsubscribed from my channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so got to cover this right here because it's been all over the news for the past weeks. You guys all know about this, and RIP to those that lost their life, the Georgia shooting. And you guys all know about the young man going in there, shooting, got apprehended, is in custody, facing life in prison for, what he did. But this story gets crazier because now you get to see possibly a little bit why this boy is jacked up psychologically. Yeah, jacked up psychologically because his mom is screwy. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She don't have no loose screws. She don't have any screws. They all gone, fell out. They're gone. This is absolutely crazy. The reason why this is close to me is because as a director, I oversee a lot of these facilities that pertain these individuals. We call them patients. We call them residents. We call them customers. They're either in skilled nursing facilities. They're in hospitals. They're in assisted living facilities. They're in long-term care centers. Okay? This is why it kind of hits home for me. This woman is nuts, this boy's mom. Look at this. The mother of Georgia school shooter arrested in sickening charge. The mother of suspected Appalachia high school shooter, Colt Gray, has been indicted on charges of elder abuse. It gets better, y'all, because watch when you find out who she did it to. Marcy Gray, 43, this woman is a year older than me, was arrested for exploiting an elderly person after she allegedly bound her then 73-year-old mother, Deborah Pohamas, to a chair last November. The incident report said Gray bound her mother before leaving her there for nearly a day after she said she was going to go and delete her ex-husband. On Monday, Gray was indicted on single counts of exploitation and intimidation of a disabled adult or elderly person, false imprisonment, criminal damage to property, and the second degree and theft. If she is convicted and charged, she faces up to 20 years behind bars on the most serious charge of felony elder exploitation. Gray is the mother of Colt Gray, 14, who has been charged with the murder after he allegedly opened fire at the school in Georgia earlier this month, killing 2 students and 2 teachers. And let me see how this looks on the screen right here. I don't know what it looks like yet, but as you guys can see right here, this is the mother. Of course, filter, makeup, all that stuff like that, because you're going to really see what she looked like. There she is right there. That's the real mama right there. Yeah, I know. Some of y'all are like, what is that? If you never watched Psycho, yeah. Anyway, scary music type, music sound bite there. Anyway, the newspaper said that records show Gray was arrested in Barrow County on November the 6th, 2 days after her mother was found, and she was sentenced to 45 days in jail. Her mother was found, okay? Not her mother was found and sentenced. Y'all see, they write this stuff weird. It says she was sentenced 2 days after her mother was found. Then she was sentenced to 45 days in jail. She had pleaded guilty then to charges of criminal trespassing, using a license plate to disguise her car, and causing property damage. It is unclear if she has entered a plea on new charges involving the alleged abuse. Let me just say this right now while this is fresh in my head. I told you guys. A lot of y'all think that these people that do things like this, these young men that go into these schools and do things like this, oh, like Columbine. I was in high school when Columbine happened. Oh, they come from good homes. We don't get it. His parents. Even the boy that tried to shoot Trump's head off. Oh, he has such good parents. Look who all, it's always the white kids who come from these so-called stable homes. Even the boy up there in Highland Park up here by Chi-Town. Oh, he had good, decent parents, good, hardworking American, da 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 da. It does not matter what type of socioeconomic status one's parent is in. If the parent is not being a parent, then it is apparent that the kid is going to have some possible psychological issues that can do things that cause everybody to know about it based off of their actions, like committing crimes. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in there because it has nothing to do with people's socioeconomic statuses, why they go out and do these things. You can be rich and your kids can be completely loonies, all because you're not being a parent. Says she had, police allege she taped her mother, her own mom, to the chair, then took her iPhone and damaged a bathroom mirror and the back door of her mother's house. A police report seen by the outlet says Gray had become upset after her mother refused to accompany her to confront her ex-husband, Colin Gray. The incident report says Marcy became upset and told Deborah that she was making her go with her because she was going to kill her ex. Deborah stated she refused to go and Marcy threw her up against the wall, causing a cut on her wrist. Marcy stated that since Deborah wasn't going, she was going to tie her to a chair and take her phone so she wouldn't call anyone. Police caught up with Gray in November the 6th in relation to another incident and allegedly found her in possession of methamphetamine and fentanyl. Go figure. Look at her. Go figure. According to the outlet, Deborah was left with an injured wrist and bruises to both arms and legs. Look at this. I don't know how good you guys are seeing this, but that's the chair right there. Look at this. She taped her mom to this chair. Her own mom. Now, I don't know what her mom looked like. I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, I can see some generational crazy issues going on right here. Some crazy mental illness, psychological stuff going on here because this is crazy. And there's a young man, the loony, who shot up the school, killed some people. Yes, I'm calling him, oh, Ty, like y'all other ones. Dude, it's a child. Bro, stop. I don't care. Listen to me. I get that a lot of us come from crazy situations, dire situations that we had no control over. But there is something called law. There is something called wrong or right that as you grow and become a young adult, young man, young woman, you do know the difference between wrong and right. You do know that although you may come from unfortunate circumstances, that what you're getting ready to do, you know that it's wrong and you still choose to do it anyway. So quit trying to do this thing where y'all trying to make people not be accountable for their actions. It's not his fault. His mom was on meth. Look how crazy she. At the same time, I get all that, but what he was getting ready to do, he made the conscious decision to do that. What happens in your home between you and your family, you may not be happy with the family that you got. You may not be happy with the hand that you were dealt at the time as a kid. You have no control over that. But to go and do something like this heinous, to go take it out and take lives at a school, you can't blame. Can't blame this on the whole notion of he only did it because his parents. No. Blame it on the fact. And I know I said this earlier. Listen to this, though. Y'all not catching this. Blame this on the fact that if he has such an issue with that, why didn't he turn that attention to the ones who was causing the issue, which is his family? But to take that out on some innocent kids, some teachers and things like that, that's a whole different ball game. Now, the reason why he's crazy because the parents crazy is because look at the environment he came up in. Look at that. It got passed down. He didn't probably get to see no structure. And this is why I come and saying the parents are the reason why this boy probably has psychological issues. Now, he still made a decision to go and do that to those kids and those teachers. But the parents are solely responsible for not being parents. Now, him choosing to use the kids at school and those teachers as an outlet was completely wrong. It was devious. It was completely crazy for him to do something like that. He had to get it out, whatever the case is, whatever it is that he may be struggling with. And he took it out on the wrong people. Just saying. All right, moving on with this. All right. Mason Schermerhorn, 14, an autistic student, was the first victim to be identified. Student Christian Angelo, 14, lost his life in the shooting. Meanwhile, teachers Richard Aspinwall and Christina Aramy were also killed in the tragedy. In a letter from earlier this month, Marcy had said she warned the school of an extreme emergency before her son allegedly opened fire. She told families that love is the only thing that will get us through this tragedy and asked them to pray for Colt and her family. They praying for you, all right. I hope they ain't preying on y'all. No. But yeah, because you know they're going to look at her and be like, you the reason why this psycho, because you were not a mother and da-da-da-da-da, which I understand that, but still, as a 14-year-old young man, he made the conscious decision to go and do what he did. Okay. Her son has been charged as an adult for murdering 2 students and 2 teachers following the incident that left 9 injured on September the 4th. She continued, to the parents and families of those affected by this tragic event at Appalachian High School, I want to say that I am sorry from the bottom of my heart. If I can take the place of Mason and Christian, I would without a second thought. Don't do that. People might take you up on that offer. Said, as a parent, I've always said that the loss of one of my children would be the only thing that I wouldn't be able to come back from. I feel all of your pain and devastation. No, you don't. I mean, unless you already lost a child, and I might be jumping ahead here, you don't feel these people's pain. And not only that, technically, you did lose a son because he's probably going to be in prison for the rest of his life. But then again, in this woke justice system, they might say, oh, crazy home. He's not going to serve any time. We're going to wait till he's like 25 years old before we reevaluate his psychological status, and then we're going to let him back out. Who knows? But I don't think the parents are going to be taking this to heart. Like, some of them might, I don't know. But knowing this woman's background and what she did, they probably like, you just saying that just to save face. That's all. Anyway, said, I grieve and cry with you. My heart breaks for the 2 teachers who gave their lives while in service of teaching and protecting our children. Colin Gray, 54, the father of the Appalachian High School shooter, Colt Gray, enters the Barrow County Courthouse for his first appearance on Friday, September the 6th, 2024. Her son faces 4 counts of murder, while his father, Colin Gray, 54, was arrested, is facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter amid allegations he gave his son the AR-15 style gun that was used in the shooting. Colin, you know what? Anyway, who gave Crook his gun? The guy that shot Trump, who gave him his gun? Anyway, Colin, who was labeled evil by his former father-in-law, Charles Pahalmus, also faces 8 counts of cruelty to children. Both father and son are facing life in prison. Charles confirmed that Colin and his daughter Marcy had a tumultuous relationship, branding her estranged husband as a narcissist and evil. Colt's grandfather said that the suspected shooter father ruined a teenager who needed a more supportive environment. I agree. He's a full-fledged narcissist and he's finally getting what he deserves, Charles told DailyMail.com. The alleged gunman parents split in 2022 after they were evicted and the family had been involved in Georgia's child welfare agency during the turmoil. Months later, in May of 2023, the family were visited by local law enforcement after receiving an FBI tip about threats to carry out a school shooting. Colt denied making the threats, and Colin told cops that he kept hunting rifles in the home, but his son was not allowed to use them. Now, I know y'all will look at this story right now and y'all say they should have done more. They should have followed him around more. They should have did X, Y, Z. The police can only do so much. Now, in my opinion, if a school has something like that to where that was even threatened to the extent to where the FBI shows up, that the FBI reported back to the school, yeah, we investigated this, blah, 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 yada, yada, peanut butter. To me, in my opinion, they should have had somebody there just there as a presence in case something like this happened, which, thank God, they did have somebody that actually kind of stopped them in his track, whatever like that. But my point is, we are in an era right now that we would need someone like that in every school, a police officer. That's it. The police officer can be there to deal with not just the protection of the children in regards to firearms and somebody up there, someone wanting to come up there and harm the children, but a police officer can be there to actually help take care of the fights that go on at the school, the children being disrespectful. That can be part of a police training. I know I say, well, police are, no, I'm talking about this specific force that deals specifically with school, that's going to get training with kids psychologically, dealing with them with certain things, just all types of scenarios that police have to deal with. But this is going to be particularly focused on as a specialty regarding middle-aged, middle school, high school, and even elementary, just to have an officer's presence there. Because guess what? Having a sign outside the school with a little circle and line going through it, that's not going to keep a gunman away. It's not going to do anything at all. So yeah, Kamala doesn't want that. She don't believe that no police officer should need a military time. Bull crap. I want my child to be able to go to school and feel that they are protected because a police officer is up there. And that's what needs to be completely conveyed to a lot of students, no matter what neighborhood, no matter what social economic status you are on. It needs to be conveyed to you that that police officer is there for you, your children, to protect them, to look out for them, to make sure that there is not going to be any bullying, any type of fighting, anything like that. Don't paint them in this picture like they're up there just to be like this dictator, totalitarianism type stuff, military style stuff to keep y'all in check and you listen to me because we're the law and we're proud. No, that's the picture they're trying to paint towards them. This is what Kamala Harris and the administration has done to police officers. Anyway, y'all, I can go on and on about this right here because this is stuff that I deal with all the time. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. If y'all think, I get it. I know y'all can disagree with me. I get it. The boy mama was crazy. The boy dad was crazy. He crazy. But at the same time, yeah, his dad was wrong for that. Absolutely. His dad gave the boy the gun. His dad definitely should be getting charged. You psycho. And not only that, this father probably manipulated his son and probably encouraged his son to go and carry out these acts. Absolutely heinous, crazy. And I feel sorry for him. But at the same time, I'm just telling y'all, y'all can disagree, but you're telling me when that boy was walking up with that gun before going in there, you telling me there was something not there to saying I shouldn't do this. I know this is wrong. I shouldn't do this. He had a battle. Let's be real, y'all. Maybe it's just me. He had a battle like they used to show in the cartoons. Good angel right here, bad angel right here. Dealing with his conscience. I shouldn't do this. I know this is wrong. He heard, I'm pretty sure he's a 14-year-old. He knows all the TikTok and YouTube, all the shorts, the reels. He knows what's been going on around this country. You're telling me that he didn't have no thoughts in his head, hey, this can get me killed myself. I've seen this all over TV before. Look what happened to Uvalde. I'm about to do this. I know he had a conversation with himself, knowing that what he was about to do was wrong. He could have put the gun down. He could have just ran off. I couldn't do it. Called the police. My dad tried to make me do X, Y, Z. We don't know. But at the same time, I get the father, probably manipulated him, did all that. I get the mother and the craziness. I get the dynamics of the family's messed up. But at the end of the day, that boy still made a decision to carry out those acts anyway. Let me know what y'all think about doing this right here. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a comment at the bottom. Let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. Look into your cell phones. If there's somebody in your contact list that you have not told about this channel that you think would benefit from this channel, please let them know about the channel, and I will see you guys on the next one, all right? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.